All right, so I don't know what episode it is, but we are at the Great Golf Performance Group facility at Northgate Country Club. You've got your host, LeBron Palmer here, and
JJ Wood.
That is also known as...
I don't know my nickname. It's been so long. Yeah, but I started a 30-day challenge today.
Oh, so you're going to be no longer the golf bod.
The best part is the first 2 days, you have to consume as much bad stuff as you can.
Oh, we need to hear about that. But before we get into that, because I would like to know, we do have a special guest here today.
Yes, we do.
Super special.
We have a special guest who, if you all listen to the TeeMates Golf podcast, challenged me to a 90-day challenge. And we started week 1 basically today in here at the Golf Performance Group studio. So, Andrew, welcome to the Golf Performance Group podcast. Sir.
I appreciate you having me, guys. Good to be here.
So tell people a little bit about yourself before we get started. TeeMates Golf, all that good stuff. And then we're jumping right into JJ eating as much sweets as he wants these last 2 days.
That part I'm more interested about than talking about me. So I'm Andrew from TeeMates Golf. We launched a app a few months back, available Apple Store and Androids.
Android now. Look, I'm going to get into my Android hate, but I won't do it because this is an entrepreneur here and I don't want to ruin his business.
Teamwork to make the dream work. It's a local collaboration with different people and finding local golfers.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah, find local golfers, fill in your tee time, socialize, and hey, we didn't go down yesterday like some social media platforms.
There was
down like 6 hours.
Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
WhatsApp was the biggest. That was hard for me.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
You were trying to. You had some sneak text.
Well, I don't use WhatsApp, but I was on my chiropractor, and he said for that 30-day challenge thing. He's like, I'm going to send you some WhatsApp link. And he sent it, and I clicked it, and I was like, of course it didn't work.
No, it didn't work. It was down.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So we have Andrew on today. One, he's just going to pod with us in general. I think it's always good for us to get with other podcasters, other entrepreneurs also. But 2, we'll talk about more of the first 30 days of the challenge. Here, TJ, you are good. This is a non-formal event. Matter of fact, TJ, get in the camera real quick. You'll see this young man. He hit the worst driver I've ever seen in my life.
It was a 3-wood.
It was a 3-wood. It went in the water multiple times. We're not allowed to.
There's a bunch of his favorite word is discrepancies.
No, this is the
when
worst.
He posts a score, I'm like, tell him what you shot. There's a couple discrepancies. It's like the one club rules of discrepancy or breaking the rules.
It was a scramble. So,
All right, so JJ, tell us about this. You're doing your own challenge while TJ and I are doing, Andrew and I are doing something related to golf. Tell us about your workout and or nutrition challenge.
So it's a lack of a workout, which is why I agree.
Hook, line, and
sinker, then the first 2 days, you just get as much fat in your body. I just read the pamphlet. I'm not a doctor here. But I need something to challenge me to if I have checking off my to-do list, I did it, maybe I'll get skinnier.
And where did this challenge come from?
The chiropractor.
Wait.
He's challenging me because I'm probably too heavy to move around on the table.
Wait. So your chiropractor
/ weight fitness coach.
Yeah.
Now we just lost a fan. Thanks. No, one of our 7 fans.
We love whoever this chiropractor is, but I also want to know what qualifies them to give you the fitness and nutritional.
My sister's a nutritionist.
She is, yes.
So I run stuff through her, and it's pretty legit. But
okay.
I can't speak to the science of it. I just know I got Chick-fil-A for breakfast, and I'm really pissed because I was supposed to have a really big lunch, and
we're here.
And I didn't. Me and TJ both had lessons, so no one could get there.
And then we showed up, and
so I ate a healthy protein bar, and it's probably going to screw up. I'm probably going to gain weight.
Yeah,
he could have not eating the cookies and cream blizzard.
Well, I guess it means you double up for dinner, right?
Probably go back to Chick-fil-A.
So these first 2 days, you can be as gluttonous as possible.
So they say then it spikes your metabolic.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Sure. Yeah.
You got to take a lot of shits.
We got you. We got you.
Gets that pumping.
We got you.
It throws a spike in the system.
Yeah. And then it's going to be, it looks like pretty I mean, it gives me like recipes. Like, I know how to do peanut butter and jelly and throw like a frozen pizza in the oven. Like, so day 3, I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Now, will you be free for OU Texas? Shout out to the Sooners out there.
I always make exceptions.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna make sure because OU Texas,
a strict regiment
you
diet
have
kind
to
of
make an exception for OU Texas.
Are you going to the game?
No, because I'm on baby watch. So I will.
Harold, your boy Harold Varner was playing last week. He was on baby watch.
But he's also getting paid $1.2 million.
I'm sure you bet on the game.
I definitely will bet on the game.
What do you think, actually?
I think Texas is better this year. Changing the quarterback helped. I think Sarkisian is better than we think, but I still think OU wins the game. We don't roll them.
Well, apparently other people think Sarkisian's pretty good because he's been at USC and
Bama.
Well, yeah.
And Bama.
But what do you think of OU more importantly?
Well, I think Rattler still has a lot of room to go. I think
if you look at his numbers, he's
all OU quarterbacks make numbers though.
Well, and he's not making the usual numbers of recent history, but I mean, he's not throwing a lot of picks. He's pretty solid.
I would say
he's just not Kyler Murray.
I would say the benefit for this
Baker
year,
Mayfield.
Yeah.
This year the benefit is this is the first year that I can remember us having a defense where I think we'll get a stop when we need one. And that's if we do that, we can play with anybody. The offense will pick up. It'll pick up.
I think it'll pick up.
And now, are you a Longhorn fan by any chance? Because he mentioned something to me earlier, burnt orange. If you are, I don't even know if we should be talking to him right now. So
we can crop him out.
Yeah, we might have to. You might get cropped out this episode.
Skills. All I can say is, as long as neither of you are Aggies, we're all good, right?
But I went to Texas A&M. So I went to Texas A&M also. I did my graduate degree at Texas A&M.
That explains a lot now.
Yes, I went to Texas A&M.
Let's ask the next question. Did you go to UT?
I did not.
Exactly.
Okay, then that doesn't count it. Yeah, so you're good.
So he's the prototypical UT fan
that didn't even spend time on campus.
He got to have a Walmart when he was a kid. Hey, I had to do that for my first OU shirt.
Right, so
I was like, shit, you guys wore your team logo to the game?
And you went to Walmart?
At Pepperdine, we wore our Gucci Versace.
Yeah. I mean, Pepperdine, y'all
we had to put a wave on our shirt.
Yeah, Pepperdine, y'all were definitely dressed up to the nines, like for stuff.
It was just a pit stop, maybe to check it out and then go to, Melbourne or something. So.
Well, it's a rough life you had, right?
Okay, so let's get into some golf content.
Back to reality.
What people come to this podcast for is the hardest hitting golf content in the business. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Ryder Cup. Me and JJ were supposed to get together last week?
Yeah, so and I wish we would have because I don't have many friends, and I predicted this in my head.
You did? Okay.
In my head, and I don't lie about that. I'm usually wrong, and I admit it. But we had a whole new regime of players.
Hold it here. Just stay stable. It's low feedback.
I got to
good.
get the base of it.
Or move the one off the cord off your foot. There we go. All right.
My hair, the legs got too hairy.
Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Dustin Johnson's my age. He was the oldest player on the team by 5 years. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Anyone 5-0.
But I'm just saying, think of since I've been watching the Ryder Cup, Davis Love, Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, David, all these, they've been around for a long time, but they all were terrible in the Ryder Cup.
Correct.
Correct. But when they were saying they wanted Phil, to be there as a player to kind of mentor, it's like, what's he meant? Look at his record. It's well below 500. And now they got all these guys that are buddies there's old timers that bash these young guys like Justin Thomas and Ricky and Jordan being buddies, but maybe
it helps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they're complete different. Yeah. They're different dynamic with this generation than it was with the previous ones.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to a buddy. He was up there and he was like, just looking at the Europeans come on the first tee and the Americans, like we had athletes and they just look like a bunch of, drunks came from the bar, but our guys, they're all buddies. They're working their ass off. They've trained the best. Like that's all they know is how to train correctly.
Correct.
Yeah, they're good. True. They're better. And now they get along like the Euros do. So we're in the world rankings actually proved true and we won. We killed them.
So what you think, Andrew?
I was skeptical just based on all the hubbub before it. It wasn't very fun watching the previous Ryder Cup in France.
Yeah, for real.
Going into Sunday, where we already had it pretty much locked up, was a different feeling. It almost made you want to be like, "Ooh, I wish it was closer."
Yeah, but 2016? Yeah, I felt that it was Medina. When was that?
Medina.
2014 maybe. Or,
Hazeltine 2016.
Medina was the one where they blew them out.
No, one where we were blowing them out going into the
Meltdown in Medina was
Medina, right?
Medina, yeah, whatever year that was.
Yeah.
And so I still thought there might be some
chance.
There's a chance, but it was.
But I think all this Brooks, Bryson. I think have you heard of the PGA Tour?
Yeah,
fun for social media likes or whatever.
I think a lot of this.
I get what they're trying to do, but it's going to lead to stupid drama like that, like trying to make money by creating drama.
Do you see they have a new match? The two of them posted for Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, Bryson said something like,
both of them posted it. I think.
So I think that I thought it all along. It was too cheesy. Like I don't know.
It's a money.
Yeah, and it's like now look at this. Like now they have a match. Like,
and let's be honest. Bryson has been a better golfer than Brooks the last 24 months.
Well, I think his career as a whole. Well,
no, I mean,
I'm saying consistency wise, Bryson's in the hunt more, like across the board, because he contains that a lot of.
Brooks has been injured too, so like he kind of disappeared.
Well, not even a full year.
But you got to think about it. Like when Bryson went to the, and I call him Bulk DeChambeau, when he went to the size, he started probably being the best player in the world other than John Rahm.
Patrick Cantley.
No. Cantley has not. He had a better end of the year. But if you take the last 2 years.
3-4 times you count the Tour Championship.
Take the last 2 years. Who's been better than Bryson other than probably Rahm and Morikawa?
No one. But before he bulked up, he hadn't won a major.
He had not won. And I won two.
No, he has one.
Just one.
I thought he won the U.S. Open. He didn't win the PGA. No, who won the PGA? Morikawa did. Yeah. You're right. So
he was in the hunt.
He was in the hunt. Yeah.
But he won 7 or 8 times before he bulked up, and then he just happened to win that major after he bulked up to prove that
it worked.
And I think part of it was where it was at in Winged Foot and the rough, and just the difference.
He just hammered
it. But he also, I mean,
he was one of the top 10 at least in the field putting.
Exactly, it was a short game that really.
So that's what people don't realize. He can putt. He can. They say like a short game around the greens needs work, but you're comparing him to the best in the world. So
and I mean, he's been around. He won the USAM. So
won the NCAAs.
It's funny though. You see the pictures of him from.
He looks like a completely different person.
Yeah, it's wild.
He almost looks like me at this point. Like he's a big dude. Like he might be 240.
He's slimmed back down.
He did.
He's doing that long drive right now.
He's probably doing the 30-day challenge. Probably.
Mr. Chiropractor or Mrs. Is it Mr. Chiropractor?
You think there's a Mrs. that would move me around? I'm not trying to be sexist, but I'm pretty big boy these days.
You're being extremely sexist right now. So, Mr. Chiropractor, please send me the parameters of the 30-day challenge.
In my bag.
No, I want it directly from him. You probably added something to it.
If we're gonna do the challenge, then we want to keep track of somebody else's challenge too.
Your what you're supposed to be doing in this challenge.
All right.
If you're not eating McDonald's tonight, then something's wrong.
Oh, I can't do McDonald's. Ever since I've watched like 3 different documentaries on that, like the third one must have got me because I can't even think about it.
All right, so what do y'all think Bryson doing long drive now?
I think it was cool. I mean,
he didn't win,
but he made it to the final 8. That's big time.
And then also after just doing the Ryder Cup, which is a physical and mental drain on anyone.
Well, and those other guys, the other guys in the contest, all they train for is they're doing power cleans. They're doing. They don't give it. They don't care about any other aspect, and he's still performing top in the world and top 8.
He was accurate. Like the weird thing about him,
I knew he was going to get in play. Like
he was played damn near every ball.
It was one after the other
because it's like 60-yard wide. Yeah. So that's way double the size of fairways he's used to.
So here's my question then, and I'm a novice pro. If you were to go do long drive right now, could you compete in like a local section event? Maybe not the one that Bryson went to because he went to a national event. Yeah. But there are local events in Houston all the time.
Like
just right now, if someone said, "Hey, come out."
I mean, I can rip it. If I hammer it, I can get it like. I don't know. It depends on the turf and stuff. My swing speed's low 120s.
Okay.
So their mid 130s on those national ones is like bottom level.
Yeah, because
Berkshire's now low 150s.
There was one guy 145 at that event that Bryson was at.
The top 8 are going to be 140s probably.
Okay.
But like I could get, I don't know. But if I trained, I could get to the 130s, I think.
I think I can get to the 150s if I trained.
Yeah, we got to do a lot of technical work on this.
I don't care about the technical. I just
but you have to improve it. So that's what amateurs think. But you can't swing. You can't create speed at the ball with very bad technique.
Andrew, do you think you can get to 150?
No.
Why not?
I know I can't because I don't want to go to chiropractor. He's going to tell me about my diet. Because there's one human in the world that can. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, remember there was this one guy, and I'm going to butcher his name.
Jamie Sadlowski.
Yo, that guy was incredible.
But he can play too. He played in tour events.
He only won one time, right?
Well, because he went to go focus on his. He's focused on his for a while now. The web.com with Corn Ferry.
I mean, so lag is a term that people talk about. Sometimes the club looked like it was behind his body on his downswing. It was crazy, and he would smack the shit out the ball. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, he was a Berkshire. Yeah. But he was the first one.
He was the first one. Yeah. He was the first one.
I mean, there was before him, but he was the modern day like golfer build that because there were some big old guys back in the day.
Other than Bryson, who else could compete? Tony Finau, maybe?
Absolutely. I think there's a few. I think Finau, Dustin Johnson.
Maybe older Dustin, not this Dustin.
He still swings a mid 120s, and that's his controlled swing.
And he doesn't. I mean, he honestly doesn't look like he's swinging out of a shit.
Because he's so tall too.
Well, it's because that's why when you see like amateurs, he's swinging fast, and it's like 98 miles an hour. It's because it's so out of sync with their arms and body. Where Dustin's so in sync, all those guys, except when Bryson just is flying all over the place, but doing twirls when he swings. But because if your arms and body are working in unison, it's not going to look fast.
Slow is fast.
Yeah,
slow is fast. Slow is fast.
It's rhythmic.
We've had 2 events on the fall season, which to me, I don't really think golf starts until January. I know we've got these events. It's kind of hard to follow. You had Sanderson, and what's the other? Silverado. Now, you knew some people who were in the Sanderson that had an opportunity to win. Mm-hmm. So kind of give us some backstory behind that. And because he was telling me you should be betting right now. And I probably should have, to be honest.
So I was out at Pepperdine for their ring ceremony last week. Mm-hmm. And one of my old teammates was there, and he recruited Sahith Thagala to Pepperdine.
Okay.
And so Sahith turned pro during COVID and all that, but he got his status for this season through the Corn Ferry playoffs this past year. So anyways, we're at the dinner, and I'm asking Carl how Andrew Putnam's doing because that's who he's caddying for. He played at Pepperdine. And he's like, we kind of broke up last night. And I was like, why? He's like, because Sahith, wants me to caddy. And I was like, how'd that go? He's like, whatever. It's like married couples out there, And so, but Sahith, it could be a top 5 player in the world.
First 3 days. I mean.
Yeah, and, he's young, and he admitted, back in a previous tour event, he got a sponsor's invite to, he had a putt to get top 10, and he's an amazing putter, but he yipped it and he's like, nerves got to me. So I'm wondering if the nerves maybe got to him a little bit Sunday, because it's still only he's a rookie. He's 23 years old. But so in the final pairing on Sunday, what was funny was Cameron Tringali. He's a Southern California guy, played Georgia Tech, but him and Carl were best friends growing up. And that's how I met Cameron. But Carl started caddying on tour with Cameron Tringali, and they're the final group, and he's with
yeah.
But then you have your best friend over there, you know, aside from you, trying to, and he's made the most money on tour without a victory. It's been like 2009, I think he got his card.
Cameron's never won?
No. He's got some seconds, thirds.
It seems like he's won.
He's super consistent. He's out there every year. Yeah, he hasn't lost a card.
He's never won.
Nope. He's been in there a ton. Yeah.
You know, it's weird because you'll see these guys on TV and they've made an incredible career.
He's
top
made
20s
a lot
and
of.
below.
Well, think of Finau. Like up until he won recently,
I know.
He was. I mean, he had made ridiculous. He'd only had one win, and it wasn't even a full event.
Yeah,
it was an off.
But what was crazy about Finau? He was finishing top 5s in majors.
He was top 10 in the world rankings
every week. They had every major. He was top 5 for like 8 in a row.
And he was top 10 in the world rankings without a win.
Without a win.
Yeah. So
that lets you know how good the pros really are.
The depth is
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it just gives what I think about, the season just started, but it does give all these other guys a shot to compete, get a little bit of confidence, and then go out and compete when
we had Josh Creel on, who just got his tour card. We had him just before the Korn Ferry playoffs started. He performed well in the playoffs, finished, I think, 18th.
Yeah.
And he got his tour card. Like so he played in the first couple events and
didn't do
as well as he'd like to. But
like
you're saying, exactly. That's what he said.
And he didn't have any time off.
No, not at all.
Like you go through, like he finally accomplished his career goal.
And then you got to
go to your first event.
And drive to your first event.
That's right. Which is
and that's what they say. The hardest thing is getting your card. Second hardest thing is keeping it after the first year, because all those guys, not all the guys, but most of the guys have played that course, played these courses.
Of course, yeah. He's never seen it.
He's showing up looking at it for the first time every week. For the most part.
And what's crazy is like in that kind of shows, his first day was always like a struggle. But that second day he'd be like 3-4 under, just under the cut line, but would miss the cut just because. And that's
first day
seeing the course.
Well, he gets practice rounds, but you get your feet under after the first round. And he's still dealing with I'm a PGA Tour member. I know he's played one PGA Tour
here in Houston.
Valero.
No, it was here, wasn't it?
No, it was Valero because I was okay. And he finished 17th, made the cut, and did well. But
now the pressure is on.
Now he's a member, and he doesn't want to lose that status. Yeah.
So now me and Andrew, we also are getting ready for the tour. I will be, after we finish this 90-day challenge, I will definitely be on the Champions Tour. Is that what it's still called now for 50 and above?
Yeah.
Okay. Since I'm 50,
Champions Tour. Yep.
I will be on the Champions Tour next year after this challenge. So JJ set us up today with some details, some drills. Andrew, will you be on the regular PGA Tour at the end of this, or am I the only person who has aspirations to be on the tour?
I don't know if I'm going to put any money on it, but in my head, absolutely.
You got to believe it.
You got to believe it.
Achieve it,
Bob Rotella, you got to think it to believe it.
I'm definitely going to be. I'll be the best dressed.
Just keep telling yourself every night before you go to sleep.
I'm going to be on the Champions Tour.
Visualize it.
This next January, me and VJ Singh will be on the same
Reunited.
tour. Reunited, yes.
He'll be teaching all those pencil whipping tricks he used to do back in the day.
Yes. So, but the 90-day challenge, we were able to get things off the ground. You've probably seen us make some posts on the TeeMates app and or our personal social medias as well. And the first thing that we're focusing on is the full swing, correct?
First 30 days, we're going to get just a solid full swing foundation.
And with that full swing foundation, there's a lot of details that go into it, but we kind of nailed it down to 3 keys. And that first key is what you would say is probably one of the most important, is just relaxing.
Relaxing, tension kills everything.
Okay.
Any part of the game, you can't release a club face correctly, you can't turn correctly, you get out of whack with the positions. So relax.
So do you see that with amateurs often? Just
every lesson.
We're
Pretty much.
tight.
Unless they, ate some edibles or something. I don't know.
Do you have that problem, Andrew? Do you come to your lesson on edibles? That is the
We take it day by day. It all just depends on what happens before earlier that day, and depends how far along I am in a tournament.
Of course. Okay, so first thing, just relax.
Relax tension. So relax your mind, relax
Everything.
your muscle tension, everything.
So
you have a chance to be athletic.
If you relax, you have a chance. Tension kills the golf swing.
Tension, yeah.
Okay. And then the next key that we can nail down this full swing to is rotation.
Rotation. So everybody has different limitations. There's, 80-year-old man probably can't rotate that well, but he can still turn on the correct shoulder plane or attempt to. And then, rotation. Learn how to turn the lower body and upper body correctly. And then the last thing, rotation, then rhythm. So combining a rhythmic arm swing to the rotation of your body, and that's basically the golf swing.
So when we say rhythm, because that's probably the one that gets people tripped up the most, because I've heard multiple things go 1, 2, or kind of count in your head, like what the pace should look like. What's something quick that
what
you
the
can give
pace
people?
should look like? It's like a human. We're all different. Like, what should you look like? Like, your rhythm's kind of your signature too. Like, some people are fast paced, so generically, if you walk fast, you do things fast, you probably have a quicker tempo. If you're slow, walk slow, you're just kind of low key, you might have a slower Ernie Els type tempo. So it's finding the tempo you can be consistent with, and then trying to repeat it consistently.
Okay. So Andrew, now you have a handicap that you've established. I have not established a handicap. I know, but I'm going to give myself one today of 31. Is that a reasonable handicap?
I'll give you 27.
Can I just have 35 maybe? Is that a handicap?
36 is the max.
Okay, then I'm 36.
This is bullshit.
And when I come out, I'm going to hit the ball backwards. That has actually happened.
With a
I taught the driver
when
and then backwards.
You put a good amount of force into the top of that ball that's on the tee, like that produces some backspin. So people want to know how to spin it back all the time. You got to have a lot of force hitting down. It takes
on
time.
a driver. So I think I should be 36. I think that's only fair. Andrew's probably like a 12, 13.
I wish. If I can go, I wouldn't be in here if that. I'd like my game. No, I'm 15.
That's what people say, but then you get that, they're like, I want to break 80. And then it's like,
I mean, hey, a day in the 80s for me, that's a good day, no matter what. Even if it's...
so a day in the
120s.
A day in the 120s.
It's always sunny at GPG.
It's always sunny at GPG.
Sure.
You see how that marketing plug just went in there?
You got to plug Tori, too. She's so proud of that sign.
Tori, it's always sunny at GPG. Great job. Because we know that JJ did not come
I'm
up
not
with
that clever, no.
So y'all remember this. This episode will be called Relax, Rotate, and Rhythm. That's the first key that we're going to talk about. That'll be the first thing that you'll get from the 90-day challenge.
Like 3 keys.
Just let me look at me.
The analytical people out there,
technically.
Listen to me.
But we're trying not to be technical.
Do not listen to either one of them. So you follow us on all of your social media sites at golf_pod on Instagram, JJ at Golf Performance Group, PGA Coach Online, and JJ Wood Golf. We are working on the
merging. If anyone knows how to merge accounts,
follow at T_mates_golf on Instagram, and then also go to your app store,
download it,
and Android. Download. They've got over 5,000, right?
Over 5,000 downloads.
Over 5,000 downloads. You will find someone that has some kinship with you.
Have you ever thought making like the golf Tinder? Is that kind of turning into that?
It could be, and that's kind of where we're going. So
I want to be on the golf Tinder, although I'm a married man with a baby on the way. But put me on the Tinder also.
The slap and tickle is up to you. If that works out, hey, good on you. We're not advocating that, but
global.
Does your app have direct messaging functionality?
It does.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Y'all find
you guys have a lot of opportunity there.
Y'all find me on the TeeMates Golf app under Lebrano Palmer. My name is the same everywhere. My name is the same everywhere.
My name's probably JJ on there.
Yeah, it is.
Find LeBron Palmer on the TeeMates Golf app. Look, this has been episode unknown. We'll put it in on the back end. Anything you want to leave the people with before we get out of here? Either of you.
I want to say one more thing about rhythm. People think swing easy, all right? So people don't know how to swing easy. So you've got to have a good sequence, good rhythm. It doesn't mean decelerate into the golf ball. So you want to swing aggressive in rhythm. That's what I'll leave you with.
Okay. We need to come up with something for aggressive rhythm also. I think there's something there. We can come up with it.
Well, let's vote. Is that too technical?
Rhythm.
And I'm going to use that in one of my DMs on the TeeMates app.
I can say move your right index finger there, and it's too technical when I'm a golf instructor. So you got to tell me if that was.
We'll help you keep it in between the mayo and the mustard.
Exactly. That's what we need to do. That's exactly what we need to do.
Peanut butter and the jelly?
Yeah, exactly.
So this has been episode unknown of the Golf Performance Group podcast with TeeMates Golf. So if you like what you heard, rate us and review us 5 stars and engage in the comments. We need that. That'll continue to help us grow. So that's been episode unknown. We're out.
Cheers.